Hey there, it's Mike at Sports Car Hobby Shop. I had a lot of people yesterday when I posted pictures of this thing. I had a lot of people asking me a lot of questions. So I said I would make a video about the car. This used to be a guy named John Houston's car. John worked with John Behe at RPR to put this car together several years ago, and Josh Vieri at one point tried to run the car at a Hyperfest event, and the car wasn't quite ready for prime time, so that didn't happen. I think they parked the car that weekend and just focused on the Track Monkey stuff. Anyway, the motor in this car is a stock 944 Turbo power plant. It is, let me turn this camera around. It is pretty much a Lindsay Racing and Racer's Edge catalog car, which is how I have described it repeatedly to people. It has a stock Turbo S turbo. It's got Wasner pistons. Everything else is pretty much stock on it. It's got a bigger intercooler. It's got airflow meter with a Power Perfect piggyback module for the AFM. It's got Behe's custom tune. We did a lot of work to the car when I got it in because it had some wiring issues that were a little sketchy, which they told me about when I bought the car. There was a jumper wire in the fuse panel to bypass the DME because, shocker, the DME relay was causing them problems. And anyway, it had a bolt-in cage that I wasn't really thrilled about being around driving this car 150, 160 miles per hour, or however fast it's going to go. So I sent it out to competition roll cage, and we had this beauty put in. And in the process of putting this cage in, the guys at Competition Roll Cage, you can see the cage, they had asked me to remove all the electronics, and me trying to be kind, I left the computer and the Power Perfect module in the car, in the floor pan, so he could move the car around, which is not what he wanted. Anyway, he wasn't comfortable disconnecting computers. He just disconnected the battery. In the middle of doing that, he laid on the wiring harness, damaged the harness for the Power Perfect, which he said, might be a thing. So the reason this car has been so slow getting to the track is because I took months and months to figure out what was going on with the wiring. So I guess it was about May timeframe when I got back around to the car and was able to get it sorted out, get the Power Perfect module working properly, get the car running properly, and now so it's ready to go. We do have a very nice Kirky road race seat in it with leg protection. The switch gear is pretty much set up to control everything you would expect for a race car. The stock gauge cluster has been augmented with a shift light setup, and then we've got all the appropriate safety gear is upgraded. The harness, 6-point harness is new. The window net is new. The fire system is a new system from last year, and so we're ready to go. It's got a big splitter, it's got a big set of stanchions for the wing, and I just finished putting that fiberglass hood on and wrapping it after putting new vents in it. So the car came to me, it was probably 2,680 pounds. I cleaned up the wiring, got rid of the bolting cage, put the custom cage in it, put the fiberglass hood on, the carbon fiber moonroof panel, and a Lexan rear hatch on, and I was able to get this car on my scales down to 2,530 pounds with a lithium-ion 3-pound battery. So I think the car's going to handle pretty well. I think it's set up to handle pretty well. It's got a really good suspension system in it with some double adjustable coilovers, adjustable sway bars. It's got a whole bunch of racer's edge bushings and camber plates and all the normal go fast stuff. So I think the car is going to be really good. If you know anybody that would like to go SP3 racing, that car is going to be available very soon. Comes with some spares, 2 sets of 15-inch wheels with Hoosiers, 1 set of stickers, 1 set with about 3 heat cycles on them. It's going to have a set of extra front spindle uprights and some other ignition related spares. You would need to bring your own cool suit and your own timing beacon transponder system, along with your own cameras and your own communications gear, because I'm pulling that stuff out. But this car will be available over the next 4 to 8 weeks. I also have plenty of green vinyl wrap I will send along the way with it to the buyer, along with, if I can come up with a few more parts that don't overlap with the other car, we can make a deal maybe. Anyway, contact me offline if you are interested in talking about that. And of course, we've got our 911 project waiting in the wings. That is going to be my retirement present project. So stay tuned for more on that. Until later, Mike at the Sports Car Hobby Shop out.